Hello my dear viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Ma Gurukul. Today's activity in Ma Gurukul is Math Made Easy. So it's about number sequence, what comes before, what comes after, what comes in between, and this video will be applicable for children who are in the age group of 3 to 5, that is nursery, LKG, and it can go up to even UKG too. I will show you just a few things here. However, you can increase it to as many numbers as possible based on the space availability in your house, right? It can be done on the terrace, in the balcony, or even in a hall where you have some space where the child can move around. And so let's go again with the activity. Number sequence: before, after, and in between. Remember, parents, always start with 0, never start with 1, because once we tell what comes after 9, it is 10. Again, for 10 it is 1 and 0. Now if we don't teach them what is 0, they will not understand what is 1 and 0 is 10. So start with 0 and then go on in a circular manner. So till 9. I will show you the first circle with 9. You can make the second circle with 11 to probably 20. I think it will come, right? Or you can start off with 10 and then go up till 19. Sorry. So the second circle can go from 10 to 19. Once you have made this circle, you can make it look more beautiful, colorful, with as many shapes as possible. I am just showing you a few shapes here. It can be a star, a circle, a square, a triangle. Yeah, I always go with only shapes, right? So it can be even a fish, a flower. You can draw anything and write number inside it. Make sure you do it on the floor. If you don't have a floor, then what you can do is you can write like this on a sheet of a paper, give a counter and ask the child to place the counter. Okay, so make sure that you don't draw all the shapes into one. Choose one of the shape and keep the shape constant for all the numbers. So if you choose a circle, let all the numbers be only in the circle. Or if you choose a square, draw a square for all the numbers, right? So I will draw one without any shape, right? So I'll start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go only till 9. Again, you might tell, what if I have to teach 10? Go to the second outer circle and then write 10, 11, 12. Okay. So, are we ready? We make the child stand on 0 first. Alright. This is a physical activity. It's called as kinesthetic. So, teaching maths to kinesthetics, right? Or body movements. We ask the child to call out the number 1. So, the child has to step on 1. 2. Go in the sequence. Right? 3. 4, then call out 5. The child will have to step on 5. So on until the 9th number, right? So he will go in the circle from 0 to 9. That is number sequence. So teaching them number sequence. What comes after 0? There is 1. After 0, 1, 2, 3. In the same order, so that they don't forget the order. You can make them jump also. Jump on 0, jump on 1, jump on 2, etc. So I am showing you just with the hand an outer circle of 10, 11, 12. Okay. So now what comes before and what comes after? How do we teach that? So we make the child stand on any number. Choose a number. So I make the child stand on 5. Right. So and then ask him, he must be facing 6. When he's standing on 5, he must be facing 6, because that's the way he has moved from 0 to 9, right? So see, that's the way he is moving. So whichever number I choose, he stands on that number and sees what is behind him and what is in front of him. Now what do we teach backside? Never allow the child to turn and walk back from 9, 8. Instead, he will walk backwards. Remember that if you are teaching the backward counting, the child has to walk backwards. Only then he will understand the concept. Alright. So he moves 0 to 9, and from 0 to 1, when he is moving backwards, don't make him turn but he will work backwards. Remember that. Now this will help in subtraction. That concept of walking backwards will help the child in subtraction. Yeah. So let's go with in between now. I will show you the activity. I've got it done with Kairav. So I make the child stand on 1 and I ask the child to jump on 3 without stepping on in the in between number. He should not step on that number. So what comes in between 1 and 3, he will stand on 1, jump on 3. So what comes in between 3 and 5, he will stand on 3, jump on 5. 4 he will not stamp or stand on. And then you can ask, so what is the number which you didn't stamp on or which you didn't stand on? That number is the number which comes in between the two numbers. After 9, you can write 10 above on the next circle. Right? So remember that. I will show you the activity which Kairav has done. I've got it done with him. So if he stands on 2, what comes before and what comes after? And if he jumps from 1 to 3, what comes in between? Right, so let's see Kairav's activity. Here I have written 0 to 9 in the circle. Right, you can see that I have not given any shape because my the car parking area itself has the hexagon shape there, and hence I have not drawn any shape. I have put the numbers into each of these hexagon shapes in the circular format from 0 to 9. Right, remember you can increase the circle. Right, you can, the next circle, one after where the 0 is there, you can start writing one step above it, 10, 11, 12. So I am asking Kairav to stand on 0. Right, this is teaching sequence. See how he is walking. He just standing and moving there on the number what I am calling 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Right, so now how is he going to come backwards? He will come, he will not turn. Remember, no turning, and he will have to step backwards. Yes, he is trying it out. Children will falter, but help them out, let them come backwards. Alright, what happened from 5 to 4? He's turned almost sideways. Right, so I'm asking him to correct it. Let's see if he will be, yes, so he's corrected himself. So yes, and 0. So that is teaching them 0 to 9 and 9 to 1. Alright, so now let's see what I will do. Let's do jumping. So I tell 0 to 0. What comes in between 0 and 2? So what comes between 0 and 2? He was on 2, he was on 0, he jumped on 2, and then he's showing it is 1 because he didn't stamp on 1. So what comes between 2 and 4? The child has to just turn back and see the number which he has not stood on. Right? And what's the number there? The number is 3. Yes. So 4, what comes between 4 and 6? So he's jumping from 4 to 6. Yeah, make sure you give a distance in such a way that the child will be able to jump. If the distance is more between numbers, the child will have to walk sideways, leaving the in-between number. Okay. So now 6, I am asking him what comes before and what comes after. Right. So when he is standing facing on 7, right, or rather facing on 6, I asked him what comes after 6. So he moved on to 7. And what comes before, he has to turn back and see that it is 5. So when he turns back, what is the concept that we are teaching? That they need to go backwards for before and forward for after. So that concept has been taught very nicely in this kinesthetic method of teaching, before and after. And it stays in their mind. Mosquitoes biting him. So I'm standing on 6. What comes after 6 is the number which is in front of him, moving forward. Right? So I asked him to do skip counting between 6 and 8. What comes between 6 and 8? And he's told me the answer, 7. Alright. So that's it. What comes after and what comes before. Turn back to see before and look forward to see after. right? So the try this kinesthetic method of teaching before after number sequence. If you like this video, do like, share and subscribe to Ma Gurukul. Thank you.